poppin' though? I'm back home. I got the crispy mic. I know you missed it. A lot of people were saying that I sounded like I was in a tunnel, but I'm back. Got the crispity crunch. You feel me? You better feel me. Anyways, hi. Today is the return of Diggersby though. I haven't said that shit in like 8 months. Alright, this isn't gonna become a thing again, but I decided to use Diggersby because I was scrolling through my teams and I haven't used it in a long time because people would spam the fuck. People still spam the fuck out of Diggersby though. It was funny for a while, but then it just got really old because people overused it. And now it's back, baby. MOMMO about to get this Diggersby nut. Anyways, you guys are going to see me lead off with Breloom here, and that's only because I thought that he might want to lead off with his fortress. I was going to put it to sleep real quick, you feel me, and then switch out and cause some destruction with Diggersby. But he led off with his Conch Elder. I don't want to lose my sash just yet, so I'm actually going to go out to my Azumarill here. Azumarill is a fantastic counter for Conch Elder. Can't really do anything. It usually carries Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Knockoff. I resist every single one of those moves, so it's a pretty safe switching for me. He goes for the Ice Punch though, trying to, you know, get a super effective hit off on my Breloom. It's not happening. So I go for the play rough. I actually forgot that he had this fortress at the time because I didn't take a picture of his team like I normally do. So that was actually a big mistake. I should have went for the knockoff for the waterfall. But either way, I'm going to switch out here because I don't want him to get up his rocks or anything. So just in case he wants to go for rocks or spikes or something, I go out to my Sizzler because it does have defog. It is my Mega Sizzler that has defog. But he actually goes straight for the Volt Switch. So he either wanted to hit my Azumarill for very, very little super effective damage, or he predicted my switch. I'm pretty sure he predicted my switch, so he went for the Volt Switch. Makes a great play, goes out to his Magnetric because I didn't actually notice at the time, but Mega Magnetric completely destroys my team. It's faster than every single Pokemon I have. It has a super effective hit on pretty much every Pokemon I have except for maybe Gengar. But being that it has a super effective hit on almost every single Pokemon that I have on my team, I kind of knew here that he wouldn't go for HP Ice. I thought he would go for Flamethrower because, you know, I had my Scizor out. Thought he might predict my switch to maybe Azumarill. I don't know. Predict my switch to something that could take a Flamethrower and go for Thunderbolt. But I knew he probably wouldn't go for HP Ice there unless he's just a fucking genius. Like, not even a genius. That's like God. Like, you have to be God to predict some shit like that. Would have been nice if he did it though. Would have been very, very respectable. Anyways, I go out to my Robotnik now because I know he's probably going to go for the HP Ice now. But he actually ends up going for the Protect. And now that he went for the Protect, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go out to Diggersby. Diggersby, son, I'm shiny. I got this gray fur on my sides and this booty brown fur on my back, son. But obviously here, it makes perfect sense for him to go for Protect again, just to see what move I'm going to lock myself into, because I am actually Choice Banded. But because he knows that I'm going to go for the Earthquake here, I'm actually going to switch out to my Azumarill, predicting his Latios, because Latios is the only Pokemon he has on his team that's off the ground. So I figured that he'd probably go out to this Latios here, which is why I went straight to Azumarill, just so I can try to go for the knockoff here. He actually catches me off guard, and he has Thunderbolt, and that would have killed me if I didn't have an Assault Vest. So I'm actually really happy that he didn't go for knock off that first turn with his Conch Elder. He went for Ice Punch, because now I still have my Assault Vest. I'm eating it up, and I can kill him with a knockoff in one hit. Holla! He's going to go out to his Mega Magnetric here, and he is going to intimidate me. I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet here. I thought he would go for Thunderbolt, but it looks like he actually predicted my switch to maybe Landorus or, I don't know, maybe Diggersby, and he goes for the Flamethrower. I mean, I could have switched out and saved my Azumarill, so I'll give him that, but he did end up losing half of his Magnetric's HP because he didn't go for Thunderbolt, but it's really not going to matter because I'm going to go straight back to Diggersby, and no matter how much HP you have, Diggersby will fucking kill you. It doesn't matter how much HP you have. It really doesn't matter. The other beautiful thing is that he doesn't actually have a Pokemon that's off the ground anymore. His Latios is dead, which means I can kill whatever he switches into with an Earthquake. Fortunate to get into it KO'd. I actually do get a critical hit here on the Conch Elder, but I'm pretty sure... Somebody calc this for me. Somebody please calc this for me. Adamant Diggersby, Earthquake, max attack, Choice Band at level 50 against the Conch Elder. I'm pretty sure that would have one hit KO'd him. I'm pretty certain, because it's Diggersby. And speaking of Diggersby, he has a Diggersby. It's a mirror match in this bitch. House of Mirrors. What's going on? But I'm gonna go out to my Uncle Ruckus here because I don't know. I was fairly certain that he would go for. Honestly, I don't think I knew what he would go for. I just think that I switched into this thing because it can take a hit. If he goes for Earthquake, I can dodge it. If he goes for a Return, I can just switch out to Gengar if he is choiced. But he actually goes for the U-turn. U-turn is very common on choice Scarf Diggersby, so I'm pretty sure that he's choice Scarf. So here I'm actually going to go for the U-turn as well. I'm copying you. What's really good. Do something about it. U-turn is very common on Scarf Diggersby, so I can determine from that he's Scarf. I'm hoping he's Scarfed anyways, because his U-turn didn't really do anything to me, so that's valuable information for later on. He actually went for the U-turn at the cost of giving me valuable information, so I'm going to go out to my Scizor just in case he wants to start setting up his hazards once again. I'm going to Mega Evolve next turn after he sets up these spikes. Get these spikes off the field. Not Volt Switch, wow. I'm not, we're the same type, but I'm not you. You're Volt Switching, I'm U-turning. I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution Defog right now, get this stuff off the field, and then go for the U-turn and go out to my Diggersby because I'm fairly certain that Fortress cannot mess with Diggersby whatsoever, and I can 2-hit KO it because I am Diggersby. So I'm going to go for the Defog like I said. He's actually going to go for the Volt Switch and go out to his Mega Man Neck Trick, which I actually completely forgot about during this narration, but that thing is alive and well at half HP. That's a very good move on his part because he's obviously going to be able to get a hit off on something. But what I can do here, I have my Breloom with the with the Focus Sash still intact, which is why it was very important that I got the hazards off the field. Pretty much just specifically for Breloom. I wanted it to have its Focus Sash intact in case I had to switch it into something to take a hit. Because obviously the Flamethrower would have killed it, but I am going to hang on thanks to my Focus Sash. And then I can hopefully kill this thing with a Mach Punch. I actually wasn't quite sure if it would kill. But then again, I remember that Mega Man Neck Trick isn't actually that bulky. It's just, it has Intimidate, so it seems a lot more bulky than it is sometimes. But here I'm going to go for the Spore because, you know, this is a Fortress. And then I'm going to switch out to Diggersby and destroy its entire family with an Earthquake. Because you know it has its family in there. Like, what's in there? How does Fortress eat? It doesn't even have a mouth. Does it suck things in with the tubes? Pause. Anyways, he's asleep now. Like I said, I'm going to go out to Diggersby, hit him up with a couple Earthquakes. Hit him up with a couple 9.8s, you know, on the good old Richter scale. Some 9.8 Earthquakes. Diggersby coming. Diggersby's so cool, man. I don't know if I like shiny Diggersby though. I think I like normal Diggersby better. Anyways, like I said, Earthquake it should do at least, I want to say 55% or 60% even. Fortress has a ton of defense, so this is whatever amount of damage this does is completely ridiculous. That's like 60% clean to it KO. You cannot stand up to Diggersby. I know I haven't used them in a long time, but Diggersby and Darmanitan are the strongest Pokemon ever. Ever! I don't care what you say. Zekrom? Psh, what the fuck is Zekrom to Diggersby? What the fuck is Mewtwo to Darmanitan? Nothing. Nobody's scared of them at all. Speaking of Diggersby, here's a Diggersby. After I take out the Fortress, he sends out his Diggersby. I'm going to go out to my Landers just to see what move he's going to go for. Like I said, I think he's Scarfed, so I'm pretty sure I can take a hit from this thing. Maybe a couple hits actually. But him being Scarfed is not him being Scarfed and Intimidated is not going to let him do too much damage to me. That still did a big ass chunk now that I'm looking at it. But it didn't do too much. I can actually take another one of those too. So what I'm gonna do now is actually go for the Earthquake just to get some damage on this thing. Just because I want him to, honestly, I don't even know why I went for Earthquake. I mean, obviously going for Earthquake is gonna help me in killing him faster. Derp. But what I'm going to do now is go out to my Gengar, and, you know, obviously I have nothing to fear from the return because he's probably choiced, and the return is not going to hit me because I'm Ghost. And his last Pokemon is actually Chansey, which also can't touch me because I actually have Substitute on this thing. So me going for a Substitute renders his Chansey completely worthless to me in front of my Gengar. Psh, fuck you, Chansey. Like I said, me going for Substitute here, he can't paralyze me, can't poison me. He can't Seismic Toss me. He probably doesn't have any attacking moves. And because of that, he forfeited. He forfeited right there. And that's going to be good game. MOMMO. MOMMO. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this battle. We'll be back probably tomorrow with a Showdown Live. Or I actually need to resume some of my playthroughs. I've been slacking on the playthroughs. But they'll be back. They'll be back. Don't trip. Don't trip. I got Pokemon Reborn coming and I got Pokemon Zeta coming eventually. I always try to finish Pokemon Reborn because that's the main playthrough that I'm doing, and I usually do other playthroughs in between the chapters of Reborn. So I'm gonna finish Reborn or the current Reborn chapter first, and then I'm gonna start on Pokemon Zeta once I finish that chapter. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Once again, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.